A call for more humanitarian aid into Gaza is part of a new U.S. draft resolution before the UN Security Council. The resolution also proposes a temporary ceasefire, and that's something Washington has not done before. Sarah Coates has our reporting. She's in Tel Aviv today.
Certainly is a significant shift in US policy. The United States, so far up until now, really resisting all of these calls for a ceasefire, saying that Israel has every right to defend itself. But now this proposed draft is for a temporary ceasefire as soon as practicable, saying that also, Israel should not change the borders of Gaza, warning Israel in this draft as well that it should not go into Rafah, where we know that around 1.4 displaced Palestinians are sheltering. Now, Israel is planning on pushing ahead with this mission into Rafah. We heard from the Defence Minister, Yoav Gallant, over the last couple of days saying that this will happen by Ramadan, which is on around March 10, unless all of these hostages are released. And Heather, we can report at this hour also that a senior Hamas delegation, including the leader of its political bureau, Ismail Haniyeh, that delegation has just arrived in Cairo for talks with senior Egyptian officials on ways to end this war and potentially also this hostage release deal. And it is widely expected that the top US Mideast envoy, Brett McGurk, he's set to touch down in Egypt to also be included in these talks tomorrow before coming here to Israel, Heather.
So, key moments perhaps in the very near future, Sarah. I do want you to tell us about a video released by the Israeli military. It sparked a really angry protest from hostage families, Sarah. Tell us about the video and the response to it.
Certainly, many of your viewers, Heather, will probably remember the Bibas family. They've really become a poster family, if you will, for these hostages. These two little boys, there's 4-year-old Ariel, his little brother Kafir, who was only 9 months old when he and his mother and father were all taken into Gaza as hostages. Now the IDF has released a video showing the first few days when they were inside Gaza. You can see them wrapped in a towel, being pushed into a car. And this has really sparked widespread protests right around the country. People are furious. They are desperate to get these hostages back. Over the last few days, there were demonstrations here in Tel Aviv, outside the Prime Minister's private residence in Caesarea, and also in Jerusalem. Thousands of people clashing with police. There were many arrests made. And people are absolutely furious at what they see as a lack of government action, saying that a deal needs to be done now at whatever the cost to bring these 130 or so hostages home. Let's have a listen to what the IDF spokesperson Daniel Hagari had to say about this specific Bibas video.
According to the footage and intelligence that we gathered, after Shiri Bibas and her 2 children were kidnapped from their home on October 7th, they were taken to eastern Khan Yunis, to the outpost belonging to the Kataib Mujahideen terror group. The footage shows the terrorists wrapping Shiri and their babies in a sheet.
And really, Heather, fears are extremely high over this possible move from the IDF into Rafah. We've just heard from Israel's Culture Minister, Miki Zohar. He is also part of the ruling Likud party, Benjamin Netanyahu's party. He has just come out to say that sending troops into Rafah will endanger the lives of hostages. Heather.
Sarah Coates from Tel Aviv this morning.